Welcome to Ladies Who Question. We are loaded up for bear today. We have got so many different items to talk about, just different topics. So we're going to flit from one to the next. But what we'd like to start out with is a little bit of information about FireAid. I don't think it was televised. I do believe it was recorded for possibly, I don't know.
Like a pay-per-view?
Yeah, I'm thinking that, or they'll do something like that, or you go on a channel, you can purchase it, kind of like, you know, how Wizard, what is it called? Wicked is now.
Oh,
you know, it was in
right.
the theater, you know, so this was live.
Right.
And there was quite a lineup. You tell me who you had, because I just made a couple notes. I know, let me just say the most noteworthy for me
Sure.
was Graham Nash and Stephen Stills, sort of and Joni Mitchell sitting together, sort of a little mini reunion.
My God.
I don't believe they performed together, because I don't think Stephen Stills even performs anymore, because he's practically deaf. But I do know that Graham Nash was there.
Oh, wow.
And so
that's a throwback.
Oh,
and to have them all in the same place is really cool.
Well, yeah. So anyway, that was noteworthy for me. I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
So anyway, what do you have? I think the whole lineup, right?
I have bits and pieces. Okay, Billie Eilish.
Got it.
Pink. Katy Perry. No, it says Nirvana. No, wait a second.
That's not possible.
Okay, that can't be.
That's not possible. That hasn't been possible.
It said Nirvana, and so maybe some people that were still alive.
Well, maybe they're still performing in Nirvana.
Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
And so it says Nirvana performed at FireAid on Thursday evening.
Okay. I guess they got a new lead singer.
Then Lady Gaga, Lil Baby. I don't know who Lil Baby is. It's Lil.
I've heard of her.
Olivia Rodrigo.
Or is it a man? Lil Baby. Is it girl or man?
I'm not quite sure.
Or girl or boy. I don't know. Okay. Oh, Olivia Rodrigo. I like her.
I'm not familiar with her.
Oh,
as much.
yeah. She has that song that was huge about 3-4 years ago when she blasted onto the scene.
Okay.
About the driver license. I got my driver's license. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Peso Pluma, Rod Stewart, Stevie Wonder.
Wow. Stevie Wonder.
I know. That.
Alanis Morissette. I have.
Oh, wow.
Billie Joe Armstrong.
I don't know that.
Sheila E.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then Billy Crystal was there to talk about, you know, how it impacted him and you know, all the others around, because, you know, he lost his house. Stevie Nicks.
Stevie Nicks. Okay.
That's it.
Dave Grohl.
Oh, okay.
That was probably the Nirvana.
Oh, maybe he just temporarily.
Well, he used to be in.
Right. I know.
So maybe that's where they played songs, or they got the rest of the band together, or something like that.
Nirvana. Right. Yeah. He was their drummer.
Shannon Cood.
Don't know who that is.
I think we pretty much covered everybody.
Yeah.
And to pull it off and to do these big events like this in such a short amount of time and to get everybody there, it kind of reminds me of Feed the World.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that was, I watched, did you ever watch?
Live Aid. That was
Live Aid.
Yeah.
Live Aid. Did you ever watch the background?
I did, to pulling together the song.
No, not the song.
Oh.
The people. They went straight from the Oscars to the recording city.
Oh, yeah. No, I watched. It was a documentary about that.
Fascinating.
Oh, it was fun just to watch the personalities, you know, sort of interact.
And to have all that mega talented amount of people in one place for like 12 hours in the middle of the night.
Right. And also to watch Quincy Jones have to manage all of these temperaments.
The personalities. And
whoa.
So anyways, it would be interesting to see how they did this. Pulled them all together so quickly. Got them there. Stay like kittens, herding kittens. And you're going to, Now
you're up. Okay, you're off. You're up. You're off.
Right. But I can't wait to watch it.
I thought it was just a wonderful thing. Pulled together within 48 hours. And then how many, weeks after the start of everything? And now they did it. I'm blown away. See, when you want to get something done, you get people working together and you have this wonderful positive thing. That's pretty great.
I know.
Yeah.
Who produced it?
Golly, I don't know.
Real time. I got to look it up.
Yeah, check it out, because I that one flipped by me.
That's okay.
Oh, well.
FireAid. I wonder how much money they raised.
Oh, well, you know that they're probably, I don't know, but you know the tally once they've got it all. Because a lot of times that just sort of comes in. What? Who produced it?
FireAid is being produced by Shelley and Irving
Azoff?
Azoff.
Oh,
How did you know? Because they didn't.
Because you said Irving, and I figured Azoff. He's a big guy within entertainment. They're a big producer. Music. Yeah.
I've never heard of them.
Yeah.
Well, good for them, and thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much. Okay, next is just another quick thing. Guess who's going to be presenting at the Grammys?
I don't know.
Okay, think.
Okay,
Whoa.
wait. Are they in the musical industry?
Yes.
Are they an actor?
Yes.
Oh, they're both?
Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to tell you.
Okay.
Will Smith.
Oh, presenting or emceeing?
No. Oh, you think they're going to trust him that much?
Well, no, but he's making baby steps back.
Well, yeah, he's banned from the Oscars, and he still has a few more years to live that out. But the Grammys, So for the Grammys, this Sunday, we're recording this on a Friday night prior to the Grammys. He's going to be presenting Sunday night. I don't know what category, I'm sure, whatever, but
I wonder how he'll be received.
Yeah, I know he'll behave because he knows he has to.
Yeah.
Or he is so done.
Right.
But it'll be, it'll probably be a big, warm-hearted bear hug.
I wonder if he'll make a joke about himself.
Probably, just to break the ice. That's how they do those things.
Well, I think people are going to watch just to see that.
That's what I think.
And I do like watching the Grammys, though.
Oh, I love watching them. Oh, it's great.
I know. So
I think it's this Sunday.
It
Sunday
is.
night, yeah. Okay. Just a quick thing about Diddy, very quick, because I don't have any information. I know I'm sandwiching in here between the fun stuff. 2 new female victims have been added to his list. Victim number 1, of course, is Cassie, the longtime girlfriend or whatever, if you want to call her that.
Baby mama.
Yeah, I victim. I don't even think of her. That's it for that. I don't have any other information, but it's interesting. There are now 2 more female victims added. And then there was some guy whose name I didn't catch, who I saw on some entertainment show, who was talking specifics about Diddy
his case.
Yeah, his case, or well, not his case, but about the parties, and just saying how, oh man, whatever I saw, and I was involved in something else at the time, and I just remember thinking, does this guy have security protection? I hope he's got, because just the snippets that I heard.
Yeah, spilling the tea.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's a.
Yeah. The strong tea.
Well, the case is coming to trial in April.
Yeah, it's February. It's almost
right.
February.
So a couple of months. I wonder if they're going to have cameras and the whole shebang.
I hope so.
Oh my gosh.
I hope so. Next thing is, you have something that I think is going to horrify me. You just mentioned it
is
in
horrifying.
Passing. Okay.
Yes, it's about AI. We always have a tidbit about AI because you can't avoid it. It comes up, and more horrifying things happen daily on the development of where AI is going.
Yep. We can't resist it.
The crap out of me.
Yeah. I mean, you and I we can't resist discussing it.
Well, there's 2 stories I have. They're little short tidbits, but AI, there's an AI company that's offering $200,000 for rights to use your face and voice on their robots forever. So they're trying to get humans that are average looking people or good looking or whatever, and then they will use their voice and they'll basically recreate the person. Because
how much money?
200,000. I could see a lot of people biting at that.
It's a buyout. And you know what? If I were 85 years old and they wanted an 85 or 89-year-old voice, I'd say, sure, that'll buy me 1 more year in the nursing home.
Well, I was thinking the same thing.
Really? That's weird.
I was. When we were sitting down chatting about it, I thought, well, if I'm really old, what the hell?
Yeah. They can use it.
But not now, because you don't know what the capabilities would be. I mean, are you going to get arrested? Or, I mean, there could be weird things.
Wow, I didn't even think about that.
Well, I thought how, do you arrest these humanoids? They're humanoids, right? Isn't that kind of what they are?
Well, yeah. Well, I'm not sure what a definition of a humanoid is. I mean, I know what a robot is.
Right.
But a humanoid, I guess that means it would possess greater powers of intelligence or thinking.
Well,
or I don't. They grow artificial skin on them? I mean, I don't know. What does that mean?
Well, they can make really good fake skin now.
Oh,
so
yikes.
When you touch it, it feels like skin. But
Ugh.
I thought I heard the term humanoid, which means exactly what you said. They can program them, I guess, to be smart, reactive, have personalities, react like humans.
Okay, so they're more like humans than a robot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Well, yes, you're right. I am definitely horrified.
I know. It's awful.
Oh.
And then
Oh no, but wait, there's more?
there's more.
Oh God.
There is. I have to find it. I kind of lost track
Because
here.
that one was really mild by comparison of some of the things that we've looked at.
Well, this is a company that that is saying they can produce artificial babies.
Oh God, here we go.
I know.
I know. I should have known.
And scientists are saying that within a year, they can, I say manufacture 30,000 babies.
Is that the terminology they use?
No, they say create.
Create
30,000 babies in 1 year.
I think manufacture is really truly more applicable.
Right. It's
Yeah.
putting parts and pieces together where you could pick out their eye color, their hair color, probably a lot of things other than just superficial things. I don't know. It horrifies me that they're even talking about it. Like why? You're going to ruin the human race? I mean, what's the point?
That's what puzzles me as well. Because should everything get blown to smithereens through the continuous escalation of issues in our world, who's going to be around if we're all dead to create these to make 30,000 babies a year from the bottom of a long glass tube, as they say in the year 2525?
Right.
I don't know. Is that their thought? Because if they're dead too, and don't think areas where those are being put together aren't going to be bombed,
Right.
or blown
Right.
to smithereens too. I don't know. This is beyond
Will
my
it be artificial
ken.
intelligence in their brains? Or will they are they going to pull from I don't know.
mean to make these babies.
Uh-huh.
Is it like a test? Do you have a picture or anything?
Well, I
or
just
is
have
there,
I have
like
pictures that show
we'll have to post those since we're
Yeah.
talking about it.
basically they're trying to sell it on you could pick their eye color, you could pick their hair color.
Oh,
And they would be potentially genetically perfect, meaning they wouldn't get sick. I mean, I'm just throwing that out there of other things that they could do.
genetically perfect. So they're creating so this is
I don't know.
okay. This is
But I'm gonna
this is
put some
multi-layered here. Now that I'm
Yeah.
asking the
I'll
questions,
definitely put some pictures on Instagram so you could see this whole concept. And I want to know the why.
And now, wouldn't it be great if we could get them to interview?
We've got, hey, the name of the company is YOU, which is it's called UNet. I don't know.
UNet.
We'd love to interview you and know why you want to do this and what the good would be.
Yeah. What is the positive aspiration for this? I don't see one. I don't know why we're not just trying to figure out the many, many, many issues we have here for humans and for disease and for relationships and for mental health. How come we're not doing that? How come we're doing this? There's my why. Why?
Yeah. We are ladies who question.
Yes, we are.
And this is a big question. Okay.
Multi-layered question.
We'll shift topics right now.
Yeah, let's. And this what did you have? Did you have one
Well,
more
I just
thing,
had
or-
some tiny little pop culture and
Tiny?
teensy weensy.
So in other words, tiny and teensy. Okay, got it.
So we've got Bianca and Kanye at it again,
Oh God.
walking up and down a strip mall, pacing around as Kanye, kind of drags his girlfriend Bianca in no clothes. I mean, she's wearing clothes, but it's perfectly see-through. It's just they look like they're at a strip mall in LA, just walking back and forth, and they love the cameras.
So they're doing it intentionally
Yes.
to get
to get more. She's a prohibitionist. No, she's not a prohibitionist.
Exhibitionist.
Exhibitionist. She's an exhibitionist, and he loves it. And it looks like in public that he treats her like a dog.
Well, she she's obviously amenable, open to that. So
Right.
where is this from? Like, who posted that? Did you think he posted
You know what?
it? Did he?
It's you, so it's an AI.
Ye and Bianca, is that their official Instagram? Is that off Instagram?
I don't know, but you know what? It looks like AI because it's posted by you again. YOU. But it's them
Where
in the left-hand corner.
I don't. It's posted by. I don't see where it's. Oh, I see. Oh, you. I don't know whose account that is. So I'm just wondering if he did
It's
this.
these people.
Royal Productions with an X. Photographer, graphics, shots worldwide, bookings. We have to investigate that company.
Yeah, it's kind of shady.
Because it sounds like maybe somebody, like a paparazzi.
But it looks like a paparazzi company.
Yeah.
They just run around and get shots and then post them. So that's definitely what it looked like.
And they were parading around because he knew that it was a pap. So he decided to just keep going back and forth. We'll give them what they want because this is what we want because we want everyone to see us. Oh, that reminds me. I saw another picture of them and it was sort of a little pant bottom like that. That little
a little pant bottom.
Yeah, like
little like super low
leather spanky pant type, thing. And then what came up were like these suspenders, I guess you'd say.
Oh,
Totally naked on top, and the suspenders all they covered were her nipples.
Oh, lovely.
And actually you could kind of even see the areola a little bit. And they were walking around wearing that. I don't know where they were, but I looked at that and I went, how sad. Why? Ladies who question ask, why do people need this kind of attention all the time? Why?
Right.
Why?
And if I was at a restaurant and they walked in, I would have been offended.
Well, yeah.
And I would be mad at the restaurant for letting them in because it's against the law.
Well, it's inappropriate at the very least. And it's not cute.
No.
It's not cute. It's not funny. It's just for, dramatic effect and whatever. Okay, now we're going to talk about something equally horrible.
Yes.
But intellectually, this may tickle you, I hope, because that's how we're approaching it. I'm sure we have all had contact with people who have betrayed or lied, or we know who've betrayed or lied to someone,
Yes.
Yes. Did anybody see Scamanda on ABC on Thursday night, last night, which would be January 31st? No, January 30th.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Holly had mentioned something.
And I did listen to the podcast.
Yes, and there was a podcast. So this week I listened to all the podcast episodes, and I was just one after the next. I was
binge
horrified. I went, "Oh my gosh!" But it turned out exactly as I thought it would.
Mm-hmm.
But she is this woman, Amanda, who they call Scamanda. That is the name of the podcast. That is the name of the show that's on ABC, and it's going to be serialized. It's going to be on every Thursday in that 8 o'clock slot, I think.
Okay, prime time.
Prime time.
Mm-hmm.
And so I watched the first episode, which kind of echoed the first podcast episode. This woman is shameless beyond anything I could even imagine. She pretended she had cancer for
years?
7, 8, 9 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God, forever.
Because I think she got finally, and big, spoiler here, but she did get finally exposed and indicted and imprisoned.
Good.
And so I think I think they said at the end, she's like in year 3 of her imprisonment, and she got 5 or 6 years or something. Not enough to me.
Right.
But anyway, we have a few minutes. We can talk about it.
Yeah.
Do you want to?
Yeah. Well, I listened to the podcast a while ago.
Yeah.
And she cons people into paying for her lifestyle.
Her and her family's. Not just lifestyle.
Right.
Their life.
Right. Paying for her entire livelihood through lying about her cancer, and
which she does not have.
Right.
Yeah.
She doesn't have it, and taking their money and run.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And just would go on to the next. But she was very convincing and full actress. But how could people do this?
That's our big why. Ladies who question ask, why do people do this? I guess because they can, and because a fool is born every day.
Mm-hmm.
But why? What motivates someone to do this. This is the old
Right.
using your energy for evil as opposed to good. You
Exactly.
know? Which I question all the time.
Right. And taking money from people that are so vulnerable and so caring
Yeah.
that they felt so, oh, we've got to help her.
Oh, yeah.
And,
And this babe, she went to extreme lengths. First of all, they've got an interview with her on camera from 2015. This was before she got busted. Yeah.
okay.
And so I think they're probably going to sprinkle them throughout all the episodes. But they show her sitting there on a stool in a studio and she's like all perky. That was the thing. She's just this perky little
she's
like
not sick.
Oh no. And she
Yeah.
she did not look sick at all.
Right.
Even through the throes of cancer, even though she shaved her head and staged photos of herself in various
Hospital bed.
situations with
Intravenous.
IV and all this other stuff that looked like she had cancer. And my big question about this is, how did she get into all of these different hospital situations when she was perfectly fine? And how did she get all these things hooked up to her or seemingly hooked up? And all these different hospital beds in different places? Or was it just the same Kaiser there in California? By the way, it takes place in San Jose, Silicon Valley, that area, which has an abundance, as you and I both know, an abundance of money, extremely affluent area. Holly and I both lived in that area. I was not one of them
Before it was affluent.
Yeah, exactly. I lived in Los Gatos, but I didn't have that kind of money. And you grew up not far,
in the
but
area.
So there was plenty to mine there, plenty of money. So that's my main question is that, because if you saw this show, or you looked at any of the photos, or you saw this woman's blog, which I got to give her credit. She is a marketing freaking genius. And her writing is very peppy, and she has all the tools to make something really good, but she never will. Anyway, she's going to be a lifetime criminal. Anyway, there's this podcast host, Charlie Webster, and then there's Corey, her husband, who, this is my other big question.
Yeah.
Do you think he was in on the whole thing? And if not, how could he not be?
Right.
Yet he has yet to be prosecuted, although they hinted at the end of the podcast that there were a lot of things they couldn't really get into because there were other things in motion.
They're still investigating.
So there's no way they can't tie him in. And maybe they're just waiting to prosecute him and toss him in jail too, so he can take care of all these children that she decided to spawn while she was going through cancer.
Yeah. Sick.
You can't.
Sicko.
I don't normally watch these kinds of shows. You know that.
Right.
I don't watch like the Dateline or the 20. I just don't.
Yeah.
But this one drew me in through the sheer psychology, of it all. Okay, so then there's Corey, her husband, Peggy, her mom. You don't hear a whole lot about her mom, but her mom is in on the scam too. You know that. Come on. I mean, didn't you catch that from the podcast? Yeah. She didn't make an appearance in this first episode. So in 2010, Lisa and Steve is this couple. They make friends with Corey and Amanda, Scamanda. Because
I love that.
Isn't it? It's
so appropriate.
It's pretty catchy, isn't it? Yeah. And after 2 years or whatever, Lisa starts to sort of catch on, as does her husband Steve, and they're kind of like, we don't really want anything to do with you. And they had already, in 2010, Amanda had already said, hey, I have cancer, whatever. So they were already buying into it. So then they dump Scamanda and Corey. Then they go through a bunch of family friends and talking about how, oh my gosh, she was so, bubbly and energetic and so sweet and just so, oh my gosh, she had this little family. They were like the perfect couple, because that's how the blog looked and that's what she showed. Then there was, they brought in the church, the Family Community Church, one of those mega churches probably in the valleys somewhere.
Right, there's one in San Jose.
Oh, then that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it was made to order for her stage work. And they
perfectly said.
Yeah. And they show some of that. Then there was, a lot of people just talked about how they were impressed by all the theatrics of it all. And so, I went in an atheist, I came out a Christian.
Oh boy.
Because there was, fog, and
Right.
then people appeared and preached. I went, okay.
Oh boy.
So I'm sorry. I mean, I've been to those churches and I went to one for a long, long, long time.
Did
I did.
you attended one?
I
Oh,
did.
wow.
I attended one for a long, long time.
Ooh.
Always a bit at arm's length.
Okay.
And I went because a friend was going. And so I'm trying to keep my mind open to everything.
Right.
Okay. Let's just say now I go to the community church here, Lake Forest, Lake Bluff, where we have our services at the beach. So
Yes.
I think that tells you a little something about Lisa. Okay. So then 2012, she starts this massive blog and she's a mom and a stepmom. And she said, oh, I have cancer. And oh my God, and their nanny, Mahasta, she starts getting suspicious around the time their second baby comes. But anyway, then this investigator, she starts to get suspicious because she's sort of been turned on to it by somebody.
And to be getting pregnant on purpose when you have cancer. Hello,
Yeah.
that's a big red flag.
Exactly. And then she explained it away like, oh, well, I had an IUD, but, I don't know. I still did. And anyway, it was a whole big drama thing, which made for more sympathy, yada, yada. Okay, then they're talking about all these volunteers and stuff. And then the question that people started to ask towards the end, I know, and that I was asking, I mean, I don't been blessed to not have to been touched by that. But I remember when my parents were sick, they didn't look healthy.
Right.
And she's telling everyone she's got Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Okay.
Yeah, which is the bad kind.
Oh, yeah. There's two kinds of that.
Right. She never, ever looked like she was sick. Ever. Okay, then there was this really nauseating scene where they showed her emerging through the fog at the community church, and everyone just started emptying their pockets, walking up the stage and throwing money. Money, because she was pregnant and the cancer had returned. So she used every twist and turn to continue to get money. Okay, then there was this fundraiser at Chili's, like 20% goes to, Team Amanda if you eat at Chili's this night. And the woman, Lisa, who had dumped her,
her ex-friend,
sees this and goes, uh-oh. So as I mentioned earlier, Lisa ends up becoming the one. She's the one who gets the ball rolling and tips off the investigator. How Lisa found this, somehow for some reason, she said, I'm having this second baby. We want you to be the godparents. And Lisa's like already saying no. But Amanda goes, I want to come over. So she comes over to Lisa's house where they had a swimming pool. And she jumps in the pool and she goes underwater. And she comes up and Lisa says, what is that Band-Aid behind your ear? What's that for with that little Band-Aid? It's like those little funny ones.
Those little round ones.
Yeah, that nobody really uses. But,
Yeah.
And she goes, I had to have my brain drained or something, or fluid taken off my brain. So, and then Lisa went, bingo, that's it.
Yeah.
You had this procedure this morning. You're over here swimming under the water from having your brain drained, and this is your little Band-Aid. And that was all she wrote for Lisa. And that's when she was like, turned the investigator loose. And she said, well, I thought you had cancer. I saw your blog. You said you can. She goes, oh, no, the pregnancy is reversing the cancer.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
so
what are you?
So Nancy Muscatello is the TV producer, and she was tipped off by the anonymous letter, and then Lisa Berry's the source, but then the investigator, who actually has a police background, gets involved. Yeah, and that was it. And that was kind of it. Or that's where I stopped taking notes.
Goody. We'll have to keep up on this.
Yeah. I'm sorry my voice sucks so bad. I hope it's probably not pleasant to listen to.
It's okay.
Oh, God.
No, it's on at 8:00 on Thursday nights.
Correct.
Okay, I'm going to make sure
ABC.
I tape it because I want to see this after I heard the podcast. And
yeah.
And I really like to see these things play out.
Well, it's very condensed on the TV show. I mean, it's they go into much more detail on the podcast, of course, because they can.
Right.
So unless you're really into podcasts, you really want to hear all the down and dirty, and you're going to get a lot out of this, I think. I mean, I don't know.
Well,
It's
now,
fascinating.
It's sad to say now because when we meet people that have cancer, of course, we're probably not going to question most people.
No,
But
of course not.
well, I mean,
But in the back of your mind,
in the back of your mind, you go, God, that guy seems pretty healthy.
Well, the thing is, this was unusual in that she had such a full-on campaign.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, posting this back when blogs were kind of bigger, and she was getting so much traction, so much, and people were cross-promoting for her.
Right, multiply.
Yeah.
Well, could you imagine today, TikTok, Instagram, like with the social media today?
Oh yeah,
she'd be all over the world.
Yep.
Well, she missed out on millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah, too bad. In jail.
I'd love to know. Well, we could never know the total of what she fleeced people out of. But so anyway,
so it's why
we were interested in that because we just deeply am deeply interested in the psychology of the why does someone do this, and we don't understand how someone could find this in themselves to do this to other people.
Terrible.
Yeah. So let us know what you think if you have some ideas about this. But that was our take. Anyway, I guess same time next week, huh?
Yeah.
We'll
do a little follow-up with Scamanda, and we'll have some other topics.
Well, we'll have the Grammys.
Oh, the Grammys.
Yeah.
Drum roll.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Of course,
do you want to share with who's going to be at the Grammys giving out an award?
Didn't I say that?
I don't know.
We talked about that earlier.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God, you're in the same position as I am.
Oh my God.
We already talked about that.
Brain.
Oh, I feel so much better now. Maybe you have long flu.
I don't know, but I don't remember talking about it.
We did.
Okay. We'll have to listen.
Because I said
to my own podcast to see if
I made you guess. And you were just like, is it an actor? Is it a musician?
I thought it was downstairs we talked about.
No, it was right here.
Oh my God. Okay. Well.
Right? Wait, now you're making me question. Oh my God, I wonder if it was me. When I go back into the editing room, I'll find
figure it out. And everybody watch the Grammys and let us know what you think.
Okay. Sayonara, folks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Harvey.
Ladies Who Question is executive produced and edited by me, Lisa Dominique, and also executive produced by Holly Caulfield. Holly also does most of our research, and Claire Caulfield is in charge of technical assistance and social media. Music, My Lionheart. Sketch music by Florian Manx and Matthew Anderson. Thanks for listening. Please subscribe, follow, rate, and review Ladies Who Question on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts. Send your thoughts to ladieswhoquestion@gmail.com. Follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Threads, and our website, ladieswhoquestion.com.
All content discussed on Ladies Who Question are the opinions of Lisa Dominique and Holly Caulfield and should not be construed as advice of any kind. By listening to this podcast, you agree not to use this podcast as advice of any personal or medical issue for yourself or others. This disclaimer also applies to guests or contributors to the podcast.